Hey guys, my name is Hirako Murakami, and I'm here today to share with you how I went from a 3 to a 7 in IB Physics and how you can do this too. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Hirako Murakami. I'm one of the founders of Nova Edge Academics. So the reason why I'm spending time making this video is because I wanted to share with you my secrets into getting a better grade in IB Physics and what really pushed me to have a better grade. To kind of give you a backstory, when I first started the IB school, I was in a new country, in a new school, in a completely new environment, and I really struggled a lot because IB is very different from previous curriculums. It's much harder, right? So, for example, in my first topic test of IB Physics, I scored like a 3 on projectile motion. I scored a 2 on my first math AAHL. I scored a 5 in econ, 4 in French, etc., right? It's not very good for my self-esteem, but rest assured I scored a 43 by the end, and I had a really good predicted grade as well. And I thought maybe I can share my secrets with you if you are struggling and want a better grade, okay? And the first tip that I can give you is to find the right resources for you outside of classroom. So for example, it could be a YouTube video, it could be textbook, etc. For me, it was a YouTube video. I'm going to explain it a bit in detail a bit later. And the reason why you need this specifically for IB Physics, especially, is because IB Physics is very different from other courses. You need a very good understanding to be able to answer questions and even get a decent grade in it, right? So you need to be able to understand the concepts, how the formulas are derived, and how to apply the formulas in your questions. And you might be saying, okay, well, my teacher isn't that great. They might be lacking. Maybe they don't really care about the students. Maybe they don't really teach properly, right? These are all the problems that a lot of students have. So a lot of my clients and the clients that come to Nova Edge with my tutors, they all have one thing in common. They're like, okay, my teachers aren't that great. So how do we tackle this? Well, the first thing you can do is, like I said, find the right resources. For me, I found this one YouTube channel with only 400 subscribers. It was a teacher in an IB school in the middle of nowhere posting his lectures online. Very unpopular, not those clickbaity type of videos, and it was so good. It took me from 0 to 100 and actually made me love IB Physics. Okay? These are the types of resources that are out there. You just need to really look for it. And it really takes time, but it's really, really important. And I promise you, it changes completely of how you spend the next 2 years in IB Physics. And this, I don't mean this to be an ad, but because of that, I was inspired to do the same thing. I didn't have the best teacher, and for me, I felt like that set a limit to what I can accomplish. But my potential was more. So that's why these online resources are for you. And my channel and my company specifically also made YouTube videos for you. These are lecture style videos that go from 0 to 100, explaining all the little details that connects between each subtopics, in hopes that you understand the concepts with example problems and past paper problems even, to help you succeed in IB Physics. So if you want to give it a try, check our channel, browse through some videos. Maybe you find a topic that you're struggling, click on it and see how it can transform your education and your IB experience. Now, number 2 is you need to do a lot of past paper problems. And the reason why I'm saying this is the grades that people get with the same understanding of people who don't do past papers versus who do past papers is staggering, right? If you're able to do past paper problems and solve them very well, then you're likely going to succeed because you're used to the trickiness and the depth and the difficulty that the IB is going to expect you to be able to answer. And this is not illegal whatsoever. Even the IB official website sells it to you on their website. Now, it costs a lot. It's like $160 per subject when I was a student 7 years ago, and now it might be even more, right? So it's very expensive, but you might be able to pull your resources together with your peers and buy one account, go through it together, and study better. Now, this is not something that I'm endorsing, but I do remember that there are other third-party websites that offer it for a very low price, for let's say $4 a month. That's the website that my friend was using. It is a way to go. And I do remember the website, so if you would like me to send it to you, then leave a comment below with your email address and I'll send it to you in a link and hope you do better in your next topics exam. Now, number 3, and this might be one of the most important, is to build a good relationship with your teacher. And you might be saying, well, I don't like my teacher, right? A lot of students don't like their teacher. But it's important to recognize that IB has a lot of its limits and a lot of subjectivity and trusts a lot of teachers to make the right judgment and the grades. Your teachers are the ones that are going to be grading your papers, they're grading your IAs, and sending your predicted grades to your universities in hopes of getting accepted. So if your teacher thinks that you're not going to work hard, you're not going to improve, you're not going to score well in the final exam, you're not going to get a better predicted grade, right? And it's also important in your impression-wise, in your teacher's head, when they picture your name, right, and your face, you want it to be, oh, he or she is a very hardworking student. I can trust that come May time, he is going to work hard up until May and score a 7 in his exam. Okay, really, really important. And this kind of subjectivity comes really into effect for IAs, right? You might be saying, well, IAs aren't they graded by IB organization? Not really. I'm going to dig deeper into what IAs are, how they're graded, and how it impacts you in another video, and also take you step by step from idea phase into writing the paper and showing to you what a grade 7 IA looks like in another video. So stay tuned for that, right? But long story short, there's a lot of subjectivity, there's a lot of power for your IB teacher. The last thing you want is for your teacher to dislike you or think you are not a hardworking student. So make sure to build a good relationship with your teacher. And there are a few tips for this, right? You can go during break to go and ask questions. You can go and talk to them about your struggles. You can ask for advices, etc. All of these things are things that your teacher will have a better impression of you as a hardworking student, as someone who's committed to studying and getting better grades. So you might not want to do this, but these are some tips to help you get better relationship with your teacher, okay? Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that you need to be able to use your data booklet well. Half the battle in IB Physics is how you use your data booklet, because data booklet allows you to not memorize stuff as much, and it also gives you inspiration when you're solving problems. And this has been my personal case. When I'm stuck on a very difficult problem, on a fresh new past paper exam problem, I take a look at the data booklet in the subject that I'm dealing with, right? I can easily cross-reference and see all the equations that I'm expected to use. So that really sparks some inspiration on how to solve problems. So always have your booklet, a physical copy. Don't put it on your laptop, don't put it on your iPad, right? Have a physical copy next to you when you're solving problems. Scroll through it, learn how to use it. Really important in helping you succeed in IB Physics. So basically, these are the 3 tips. One is to find the right resources for you that helps you love the subject that you're studying, and it will boost your productivity a lot. And we offer those kind of videos that might be the right thing for you, right? Second one is to study past paper problems. Really important. They're very different from your textbook problems, and it will take you on a different level. And third is to build really good relationship with your teacher, ultimately recognizing that they have a lot of power to dictate how your university admission process goes. So really be respectful to your teacher and be kind to your teacher. And that's it. Those are the 3 tips. If you found this video really useful, then the best way you can support us is by liking this video and leaving down a comment if you found it really useful, and also subscribing to keep up with all of our videos that are coming next. Now, we do offer a lot of videos on our channel, so if you want to, go and check that out and see if it's the right style for you. And in the off chance that you're looking for more additional guidance, more additional resources like a tutor or someone to help you navigate through the college admission processes from specialists that have been part of the school board to determine whether the student gets in or not, then reach out to us. Go to our website at novaedgeacademics.com, fill out the form with your phone number and your email, and we'll reach back right at you. So I'll see you in the next video, and stay tuned.